This is James Helder for iFilm London. I'm in the Fredericks restaurant today for the press conference of Billy Joe Saunders versus John Ryder for the British middleweight title. With me, I've got British champion Billy Joe Saunders. All right, Bill?
Very good, mate. Very good. Just come here, do a bit of business today. Done, go home, rest up, ready for weigh tomorrow, weigh in.
Nice bit of respect between yourself and John Ryder today. No bad talking, no trash talking and stuff.
No, listen, we can all talk about fights and, you know, we can get in each other's face, so we're going to knock one another out, but, you know, ain't going to change our game plans. We're all both got game plans, and I know that, you know, tomorrow, well, Saturday night, my game plans are going to be perfection.
Stylistically, a lot of the purists say Southpaw versus Southpaw is never a great fight to watch. Can you tell me differently this is going to be a great fight, Bill?
Well, out of my 86 amateur fights, I boxed about 33 Southpaws.
It's quite a high number, isn't it?
It's quite a high number, yeah. I boxed Tony Hill, you know, that went one round. I boxed Tony Randall, one round. I love sparring Southpaws. It comes more natural to me than it does orthodox. You know, listen, we can both make it a tricky and cagey fight, but I know my game plan and his style ain't going to be tricky and cagey. It's going to be all action because there's going to be non-stop punching for 12 rounds.
I know you've said before that you're not going to move until you win this British belt outright. Can you just reiterate that for me, that that's the case?
Yeah, listen, I mean, it's one of them belts, and in you know, in years to come, you want to look back on and think, you know, it's good having these world titles. Don't get me wrong, that, you know, you can't. That's what we're in it for. But, you know, walking around with your grandkids and your kids when you get, you know, an old man, you got that belt. It's there to show them, you know, because that belt's going to be in boxing forever, in British boxing, you know. And everybody knows about it, and it's just one of them memorable things I remember as a kid seeing it, and I wanted it, and, you know, when I want something, I've got to get it.
Fair enough, I understand that. Do you think John Ryder will be a step up in opposition from the fighters you've fought thus far? I know your last fight, Gary O'Sullivan, again, great fighter, but is John Ryder a level above them fighters?
Well, John Ryder's had the same amount of fights as them, you know. He won the same, but I think it's how I make them look. If I want to go in there, it's up to me. If I go in there and I choose to have an hard fight, I can make it hard on myself and make it look a big step up. But if I go in there and do what I want to do and I know what I'm capable of, I can go in there and make it look the same again. People's backing John Ryder to beat me, but believe me, they're going to lose the money and lose it they deserve for being so silly. Like saying Canelo's going to beat Floyd Mayweather, it's never going to happen. And the same's not going to happen Saturday night.
You comparing yourself to Floyd Mayweather?
Listen, I would love to compare myself to Floyd Mayweather's left hand, my full body. You know what I mean? He's done well for boxing. If I achieve a fraction of what he's done, I'd be a very happy man. But still keeping me out.
We've seen on Twitter a lot of, so we say, heated exchanges between yourself and Chris Eubank Jr. Is there a general hostility between you two?
Who's Chris Eubank Jr.? Shit Eubank Jr. Is it? I don't know. I think you got the names mixed up there or something. Do you know what? He's not even in my class. He shouldn't even be talked about around me. He's just arrogant little. He's rubbish. You know, he's shit. As I keep saying, he is shit. I'll be happy after I beat John Ryder if he wants. Listen, he didn't. He was supposed to box Nick Blackwell and turn that down. You know,
tough man, Nick Blackwell.
Very tough. He went to a
great fight with him, didn't you?
Yeah. Listen, I'm good friends with Nick. We chat all the time. We wind each other up about it. We had a very, very good fight. Nick Blackwell, I will gamble what I own, will beat Chris Eubank Jr. Chris Eubank Jr., if he went 3 rounds with me, 3 to 5 rounds, I would literally, I say to Frank Warren, I'm giving up a bit, because he's terrible.
Seriously?
Yeah, he's all that staring down the camera talk. I'll slap him in the face if he come around me staring at me like that. Simple as that. I couldn't be around the man, because if I was around him, I'd get a fine, because I'd just probably slap him.
Today you said that some of the middleweights have been hiding and not too vocal about trying to challenge yourself for this belt. Was you referring to him in that statement?
I was referring to a few of them. You know, listen, they're all at the same many fights as me. We're all the same. They're probably older than me. You know what I mean? They've been in the game a little bit longer, but it seemed that the middleweight scene's gone a little bit quiet on the domestic side. Like nobody's wanting the British title as much. I've got it, and I want some good fights. I want to be tested, and listen, that's why I'm taking. That's why I took Gary O'Sullivan. Nobody would take him. He was a threat. I took him, and now I'm taking John Ryder. You know, whoever comes out next at the British level, I'm ready for. I'm not going to duck no one. Whoever wants it for the last time I defend it, they can have it. And if the right fight comes up again, I'll keep it and do it again. So I'm not 100% sure if I vacate. If I get a good fight, I'll hold on to it until Frank Warren says I'm ready for a a European, or I know I'm ready for a European, but until Frank Warren gives me the go-ahead, listen, he's the boss. Whatever he says goes at the end of the day, and he's done a good job. And you don't break something, you don't fix something what ain't broke. And I'm just letting him carry on doing.
So yeah, Bill, how's your cob doing?
He's in the field at the minute. He's not doing any good. I want to sell him. Matter of fact, I want to put him on iFilm. Like,
You want to sell your cob?
Roy's boy's for sale. Like, anybody wants to buy him, get in contact, and I sell him. He's for sale.
I got an horse. I've got my own horse now.
Yeah, but matter of fact, Coogan can have it for his blackface cart. What he's got a blackface Cooney cart, and it's got blackface sprayed on it. This horse will go well with that.
Can you see Coogan getting about Wickford, Essex on a horse?
Hey, listen, he's done it. He's a rag and bone man on a horse, isn't he?
Have to be a big horse.
Listen, this horse is good enough.
Shire horse.
He'd go around collecting all people's scrap and rubbish you don't want around Wickford. Blackface Coogan. He's got blackface written on it. He told me that out of his own mouth.
People don't know that Coogan does the rag and bone stuff at Wickford, though, do they? I know, we see him about.
Well, he does do it. Listen, where is he today?
I think he was meant to be in Liverpool, but they had... Funny enough, there was a horse that ran on the track and stopped his train, and he couldn't get to Liverpool. So was that your cob? That's what I want to know.
So he's gone to another show.
He's gone to do another show, got on the train, and a horse ran in front of the train. The train got stopped. He missed his train to Liverpool from there.
Are you sure it wasn't a goat?
We can't confirm at this moment in time.
Well, it could have been a goat.
Could be your cob.
Could be. It could be.
Roy's boy could be on the tracks right now.
Roy's boy could be in Liverpool now, being hit by that train.
Tell you what we'll do pink slip. Once James the horse gets a bit bigger, I'll race him against Roy's boy. Winner gets James the horse.
What's your horse's name?
James the horse, James.
James the horse, yeah?
I didn't name him, but that's what he's called.
All right, well, we'll have it. Roy's boy v him. We'll have pink slips. We'll have a few thousand on it.
I won't go that far. We'll just have a fiver on it and some pink slips, right?
It costs more to feed. I can't do that for a fiver.
I'm learning how much horses cost to feed. I actually am. They're not cheap, boy.
Listen, I do a little bit of racing, but I do it for charity. You know, for Great Ormond Street. I've just got a little bit of I haven't got the time anymore. You know what I mean? It's a lot of time taken up training it, and I've got to train myself. No mind the horse.
Before you get rid of the horse, can we come and have a day filming you messing about on the horse, and we'll get the goat Coogan on the horse and have a laugh on that?
Get Coogan, bring Coogan and his goat, and his Cooney cart, the blackface one where he's got written up it, and we'll have a day out.
Sounds like a plan.
It's done.
Thank you for your time, Bill. This is James Helder of Billy Joe Saunders for iFilm London.